competitions, they were riding high. Zlatan Ibrahimovic almost opened it up just over half an hour into the match. In the lead down the middle, his legs pumping and his shot wide of the mark. Unable to add an 8th goal to his year. Juve respond 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later, they respond. Claudio Marchisio winds up from a distance, but his long shot is tipped by keeper Julio Cesar. First half injury time, Ibrahimovic in possession again, pass to Suli Montari, who hoofs it before defense is on him. Alexander Manninger pushes it out of play, and that ball had some speed on it too. Second half, Juve blunder out front. Adriano trips up with Juve defense. Montari ends up with the cross wide open. He rolls it in. Nerazzurri out front. 1-0. Manninger expressing his frustrations with a sleepy Juve defense. They have a close chance at evening the score, though. Corner kick with 9 minutes to go. Alessandro Del Piero gets the height, but his header connects with Cesar instead. Derby d'Italia goes to Inter Milan 1-0, staying strong at the top of the standings.
Title contenders Fiorentina playing in the dark blue, home to outsiders Udinese on Saturday. Udinese would strike first. Alexis Sanchez to Antonio Flores, and he puts it past Sebastian Frey. And the French keeper fried in his 301st Serie A start. Bobby's a big fan of the Napoli-born striker. 1-0 to the break. Second half, Alberto Gilardino brought down by Maurizio Domizzi. And it's a shot from the spot and a yellow for the Udinese defender. From there, Adrian Mutu, the Romanian, 1-1 after 52. 10 minutes later, it's a free kick for Udinese as the ball would fall to Flores. And he's stopped by the keeper. And on the playback, you'll see that Frey made 2 good saves. 1 minute later, Fiorentina would take it to the other end of the field. Mutu to Ricardo Montolivo. Catches that right side corner past Samir Handanovic. 63rd. 2-1 Fiorentina. 2 goals returned to 3. Udinese do a poor job of clearing the danger, and in comes Montolivo. 78th. An unstoppable left-footed effort from outside the area. If there was no way back after that goal, this one put it over the horizon. Mutu to Gilardino, his 9th. Udinese would pull one back after Gianluca Camoto stopped what would have been a certain goal by Floro Flores, a handball on the line, a red card, and it's dumb, really, because the game was pretty much over. Antonio Di Natale made it 4-2, but Fiorentina takes all the points in this one. That club is Real Madrid.
It should have been that easy, if not for a controversial call at the end of the match. Hosts in the maroon shirts, AC Milan in white. Torino would show him up in the 25th. Roberto Stallone jumps up, and it's tipped over. Christian Abbiati. Tight first goal of the match, and Torino are in the lead 1-0. Nice fast redirection, and that's Stallone's 2nd so far. The Rossoneri would have some motivation after that. 4 minutes later, through the defense to unmarked Pato, and he chips it over keeper Matteo Sereni to make it 1-1. The momentum doesn't stop there either. Ronaldo steps up for a free kick in the 34th. It's top corner. AC Milan takes over the lead 2-1. Brazilian leads the club with his 6th goal this term. He put some serious spin on that thing. After the break, this is where the controversy comes in. Ronaldo on the break. His effort is stopped by Francesco Pratali. Immediate signals for a handball there. And sure enough, goes off the arm, but the ref would not see it, and the play would commence. 12 minutes to go, tables would turn. This time, Kaká handles the ball, and it's called, but it deflects off his thigh first. Rulebook states that should not be a penalty, but Torino would get the PK. Alessandro Rossina takes the equalizer, the Granata, giving the fans a good show in the end. 2-2 the final.
Well, 2 informed clubs hooking up Sunday at Stadio Olimpico as 5th Lazio played host to 8th Genoa. Genoa playing good football at home. It's 6 straight wins there, but it's their away record that needs a little bit of work. Winless in 6. Lazio just 2 points up on their opponents with a modest 2-game win streak. Lazio playing on the day in the light blue, and they have a free kick from distance. Alexander Kolarov is stopped by keeper Rubinho. Goran Pandev, the follow-up. Those chances in the 37th. Genoa were awarded a penalty. Giuseppe Scully tumbles. Steven Lichtsteiner is there, but the replay, he doesn't even touch him. He trips on his own, but that sent the visitors to the spot from the spot goal machine, Diego Milito, and he ramps that one over the bar. Genoa coach Gianpiero Gasparini trying to stay positive. The Argentinian going for the top corner indeed. Lazio Murad Menyi would fall, but manages to get the ball to Pascale Foggia. Short side save by Rubinho in the 58th minute. 66, Lazio again. Christian Brocchi blocked. Tommaso Brocchi blocked. Brocchi and Rocchi blocked. Genoa's defense helping out their keeper indeed. Second half, and it's Rafael Paladi dangling. And the pass out to Milito. His 11th league leading Serie A goal scorer. And a welcome goal for Genoa indeed. Lazio would get that back. Genoa the clearance right to Ousmane Dabo. And through the arms of Rubinho and in. Not Robinho, the striker from Man City, but it looked like Robinho was a net for this one. You just don't want to give those up. A tough goal to give up. It's a point for each. 1-1, the final.
Napoli and Cagliari, the home side with the perfect home record so far. Looking to keep it that way. Within 10 minutes, they take the first goal. Marek Hamsik from just inside the area. His 6th this season, 1-0 for Napoli. And the hosts at it again in the 18th. A quick 1-2. Ezekiel Lavezzi's rocket is over, courtesy of the reflexes of keeper Federico Marchetti. In the second half, Cagliari equalize off the quarter. Initial save is tapped in by Diego Lopez, and keeper Gennaro Iezzo, he can't get up quick enough. And the score is 1-1. Napoli rattled in the 73rd, squander a chance on a close-range shot, but Herman Dennis puts it over instead. 6 minutes to go. Free kick awarded to the home side. Lavezzi takes it this time, and he finds the top right corner. Marchetti reflexes not what they were in the first half. Looks certain for a Napoli victory, but seconds before the final whistle, Cagliari's Neves Capucho Yeda fights through. Daniel Conti takes his time with the cross before gently lifting that one in. Ref calls time. 2-2 draw, Napoli and Cagliari.
Sampdoria's Luigi Sperari's the venue. Sampdoria in the blue and white, and we'll start here with a crossfield ball. Maria Stankavicius rolls it to Claudio Bellucci. He puts it past Albano Bizzarri. He looks pretty happy, the former Catania man. And Bellucci used to play alongside Catania coach Walter Zenga. Something tells me Zenga doesn't really care that his buddy scored that one. Stankavicius keeps it alive here in the 53rd, sends it back, and Mirko Pieri drives it right at Bizzarri. Sampdoria, the throw, finds Gennaro Del Vecchio in the looper to the far side. Antonio Cassano, 62nd, and Cassano having a renaissance season and having fun too. That's his 4th of the season. Here's Cassano on the dead ball. Stankavicius forcing Bizzarri into action, tipping it over the bar. The Lithuanian kept Catania's defenders busy, and then Del Vecchio spanks it off the post and back into play. The lunging header, that one over the bar. So this one remained 2-0. That would change just before full time. Daniele De Sena hits Cassano on the fast break, and Cassano goes low short side. Sampdoria wins this one 3-0 and record a 3rd straight home win.
AS Roma is just another one of those teams with a question mark this season, battling for the title last year. And coming in second, it was a shock to see them drop so far below where they once were. They seem to be on the mend, however, with their 2nd win in a row on Sunday. Their first away from home against Lecce. Roma in the white shirts would open it up in the 11th. Mirko Vucinic rolls it just inside of keeper Francesco Benucci. And the former Lecce forward chose not to celebrate in his former stadium. Captain Francesco Totti with the assist to make it 1-0 Roma. 7 minutes before the break, from the edge of the box, Guillermo Giacomazzi winds up, but it would be Juan who doubles the score for Roma. The Brazilian gets the deflection, and he makes it 2-0 for the visitors. Lecce didn't recharge at the break, though. Roma added a 3rd in 49th, and this time it's Totti with the chip. Sure feels good to be back, he says. The skipper's 3rd on the season, and after the match he mentioned that the end goal for Roma would be 4th place this season. 4 minutes later, Vucinic almost had the brace, but his header from Totti is off the bar instead. And Roma would guard their lead until the very end. Roma 3 and Lecce 0.
Keeping their fingers crossed as the Bulls just 3 points above the the relegation zone. Last week, a 3-2 loss against Catania, so off to an early start. Drawing first blood, 25th minute, Roberto Stelloni. Torino with the lead. But the Brazilian front line of AC Milan just can't be contained. Kaká, Ronaldinho, and Alexandre Pato. 29th minute. Out for a duck walk, 34th minute. Brilliance from Ronaldinho, curling the free kick in. 2-1 at the half. Milan. No losses since week 2 of the season against Genoa. But then again, Torino from the spot, 78th minute. Alessandro Rosina salvages the points.
Bologna second from the bottom, taking on Palermo. Marco Di Baio scoring for the home team. But Davide Succhi ties it up. Palermo avoiding their 7th loss. The game ends in a 1-1 draw.
Former coach Domenico Di Carlo finally not playing a team named Juventus or Milan, taking on Siena, and similar story. The Bentegodi penalty spot. Galoppa ends the scoreless draw. 5 minutes later, Massimo Maccaroni 2-0 Siena.
Lazio's distanced themselves from the top. Last week they lost to Roma 1-0. This week they can't beat Genoa. Diego Milito had made it 1-0, and Ousmane Dabo luckily saves the point for Lazio. Still, they lose 2 more points from the leaders.
No need to worry about the lead. They might have to telegraph to get that high. Lecce and Roma at the Via del Mare. Just 1 point separating the 2 bottom teams. Mirko Vucinic seeing pay dirt, though. 11th minute. Juan normally stopping, this time scoring in the 38th. And 4 minutes into the second half, Francesco Totti, the gladiator, makes it 3-0 in a Roma rout.
Napoli up and down the last 3 weeks. They have a loss, a win, and a loss. Could they bounce back with the win, taking on Cagliari? Marek Hamsik making 1-0 for the Napolitanos. Diego Lopez, though, tying it up 1-1. Then the young Argentine Ezequiel Lavezzi. Lazio has high hopes for that man, and what a bomb by Lavezzi. It's 2-1 Napoli. They can't hold on, though. 90th minute, Daniel Conti spoiling the home team's party. Game ends in a tie.
Oreste Granillo. Regina against Atalanta. Last week a win against Udinese, the surprise of Serie A. And looking to make it 2 big wins in a row. Cozza in the 10th minute. Bernardo Corradi in the 21st. And then the 79th. Atalanta did get a goal in the 90th by Cristiano Doni. But not enough. Regina 3-1 over Atalanta.
Sampdoria all over Catania. They win it 3-0 at Comunale Luigi Ferrari Stadium. It's Claudio Bellucci with the first goal. Then it's Antonio Cassano. Scores in the 62nd. He'll do it again in the 90th. He's liking his return to Italy. Sampdoria wins it. They now have a record of 4 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws.
Just 1 point separating the 2 teams, but Fiorentina down in 9th. Udinese in 6th in the Artemio Franchi. Antonio Flores changing that. 29th minute. Both teams coming off of hard luck losses last week. Udinese against Regina. Fiorentina against Cagliari. With a penalty from Mutu knocks the score in the 52nd minute. Then Ricardo Montolivo in the 63rd. And then the 78th. Then Fiorentina stretching out the lead to 3. Then make it 4-1. Who else but Alberto Gilardino loving life away from Milan. Wasn't over, though. Penalty kick for Antonio Di Natale, but not enough. Fiorentina 4, Udinese 2.
Everybody chasing Inter. Inter chasing their 4th straight league title. Suli Montari with the only goal of the match. All you had to do was tap it in. Give it the old tapper. Inter wins again. Their 4th win in a row.